Hello everyone. In this particular video lecture, we are going to start our new design topic, that is RCC slabs. So what is a slab or a floor? So slab or floor or diaphragm is that element in building which is used to create a horizontal difference between the two floors, or we can say the floor of the upper is the slab for, or RCC slab for, the downward floor. So I'll show you with some figure, right? Say if we have this structure, we have multi-storied structure. So ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫਲੋਰ ਆ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਆ RCC ਦੀ ਸਲੈਬ, ਪਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੀ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਫਲੋਰ। ਸੇਮ ਇਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਲੈਬ ਹੈ ਇੱਧਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਬਣ ਗਈ floor. So floor and slab are basically the same element, but just the only difference is कि जेकर ਅਸੀਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੈ that is called slab, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੈ that is called floor. So a concrete slab is a common structural element of modern buildings. Horizontal slabs typically between 4 and 20 inches, 100 to 500 mm thick, are most often used to construct floors and ceilings, while thinner slabs are used for external paving. इन्हां दी जिहड़ी general thickness है that is from 100 mm to 500 mm ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਲੈਬਸ ਦੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਐਕਚੁਅਲ ਸਟਰਕਚਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਪ੍ਰੋਬੇਬਲੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ। Next we have types of slabs. There are two types of slab, one-way slab and two-way slab. Now what is one-way or two-way slab? Say we have a slab. This is, I'm showing this plan, right? So in this slab, this length is called Ly and this length is called Lx. Say if Ly divided by Lx is equal to or greater than 2, right? Or I should write like this, equal to or greater than 2, then the slab is called one-way slab. And if Ly by Lx is less than 2, then the slab is called two-way slab, right? So this is the basic idea between one-way slab and two-way slab. Now this one-way slab or two-way slab is what? If you'll see, one-way slab is supported in beams only by two sides. Two-way slab is supported in all four sides. The longer span by shorter span ratio is less than or equal to, sorry, greater than or equal to 2. And in this, the length to shorter span ratio is less than 2. Main reinforcement is provided only in one direction, but in two-way slabs, the main reinforcement is provided in both directions. See, this is the best example of one-way slab. One-way slab is what? In this slab, you will see the slab is only supported on two sides, left and right, right? These are the supported beams. Now, in this slab, the bending will take place only in this side. Now this bending, the main steel is this side, the bars which are provided like this is the main steel, and the steel which is perpendicular to main steel, it is called distribution steel or distribution reinforcement. right? So there are two types of slabs. So here it is written that the one-way slab have only main reinforcement in one direction. Yes, it has only main steel in one direction, and it has distribution steel in other direction. But in two-way slabs, both steels are main bars or cranked bars, right? So here it is supported on all the four sides, left, right, top, bottom. So this is the particular example of a two-way slab in which the slab is supported on all the four sides and its ratio, which is less than 2. This is two-way slab. So what are the IS code provisions for the design of the slab? What does IS 456 2000 says to us for that? Now, very first is effective span of slab. Say, if we have this slab, this is the thickness of the wall. They said this distance is clear span, and this is thickness of wall, right? So the very first is center to center distance between support. That means if I'll say L as clear span, L plus thickness half from left side and thickness half from right side. What does this point say? Clear span plus effective depth. This is the thickness of the slab, capital D. And if we'll take it up to only reinforcement, then it is effective depth. So clear span plus effective depth will give us the effective span. So we will consider lesser of the two. Which value is least of two will be considered as one way effective span of slab. Another is depth of slab. So depth of slab is basically depending upon the criteria, that is effective depth can be calculated from span by modification factor. Right? L by D basic into modification factor. So generally, these are the values which are given in code for that. We will just consider the L by D basic and multiply it by modification factor. Then the depth we got is effective depth, and span should be taken as shorter span always. Right? So these are the two conditions or two provisions. First is effective span and another is effective depth. Effective span is least of clear span plus effective depth, and second one, center to center distance between support. So what is depth of slab? It is span divided by L by D basic into the modification factor. Now, effective depth of two-way slabs can be assumed using this clause which is given in your IS code. If the short span is 3.5 meter and loading class is less than loading class means the load coming over it is less than 3.5 kilonewton per square meter, then the effective depth is different and we can choose it from 24.1 clause. What are the type of supports? Simply supported slab, it is L by 35 or L by 28. For continuous support, it is L by 40 or L by 32. Or the following thumb rule should be followed. Depending upon the type of the support, first is one-way slab, that is L by 22 to 28. If it is two-way simply supported slab, then it is L by 20 to L by 30. And third, if it is restrained slab, then it is L by 30 to L by 32. So these are the some of the codal provisions which we will be using in the design of the slab when we will design fully the steps of the slab. So that's all about the codal provisions and the type of the slabs. So in next video lecture, we will do an design example related to slabs. Thank you.